What is up, everybody, and welcome to another video. In today's video, I am unboxing a knife by EPS Knives. This is a very exciting one. I ordered this the other day off of Knife Center, and let's just crack right into it, shall we? As you can see, spoiled by the packaging, this is the G10 Wraith, and this is one that I got to try a year or two ago at Blade Show and really very much enjoyed. And you can see it comes in a nice zippered case, and here is the Balisong. I, of course, went with orange as the classic, as I classically should. The first thing I'm noticing here is the latch is interesting. So it catches right here, and I believe... yeah, so there's a spring system that holds the latch taut in place. Now, I don't know if this latch is made of titanium or steel, though it feels like it might be titanium just from touching it. But yeah, holy moly, this is a beautiful knife. So yeah, this is the G10 Wraith. This is from EPS Knives. This is a very, very beautiful Balisong. I got to try it at Blade Show previously. I really enjoyed it. I really wanted one. And it's been one that's been a long time coming, honestly. Like, this thing has, it's been rumored and, like, shown multiple times, but not released for quite some time. And so having an actual release happen is very exciting, to say the least. This is a very interesting Balisong as well. There's not a lot of sandwich construction G10 and titanium Balisongs that have been coming out recently, and honestly, I'm really, really happy to see more of that. Once the era of the 51 and the Rev and the Replicant all kind of went away, well, now you were left with not much else. And so the Replicant has really been the only major G10 sandwich construction Balisong for the past while. And seeing this guy come into the game is very exciting. The handle pattern is quite unique. You can see it's got this really beautiful handle pattern that I don't think is really too close to anything I've seen before. It definitely reminds me of some designs, but it's obviously very unique. Something else that's unique is the construction of this latching mechanism. From what I can tell, it looks like it might actually be exactly the same on both sides. So that you can see this thing has a little pin right here that is the latch itself, and then it's cut out in the middle, and then I think it literally has the same exact pin on the other side, and then it's literally just held in there through pressure, because there's holes on the other side of the handle for the pin, and I'm sure you could, if you took it apart, you could probably even combine them together and make a permanently latched Balisong if you wanted to for some reason. I will admit the latch does a very good job of holding together the Balisong, and it does a very nice job of staying out of the way with this sort of clipping system. This is something that I've seen used on other Balisongs before. Specifically, the Pro Flipper is one of the ones that I've seen use this method. The way that it works is that the spacer itself, which I believe is made of titanium, is actually acting as a spring. So you can see right here, there is a cutout, like it's been sliced. And the way that it actually works is that that little cutout allows the titanium to flex as I put this into place. And so it literally, the piece itself actually operates as a single piece spring, which is a very, very unique and good design. And so, yeah, the actual spacer itself is being a spring and is allowing us to have that sort of spring lock latching mechanism where it stays stuck out nice and permanently instead of slapping around and being really in the way. I also like how much material has been cut out of the latch. I think that means that it really won't affect flipping too much, and honestly, from the time that I've spent with this thing already, I can say it doesn't really affect flipping all that much. I might end up removing the latch just to try it and see if there is a big enough difference that I enjoy it with or without the latch. But currently, I am honestly pretty impressed with the latch. Maxace is, in my opinion, one of the better-known makers for like having good latches on their stuff, but this is really, really far up there. This is a very good design for the latch, and I think it does a very nice job of keeping the knife still very balanced and good feeling in the hand. A few things about this knife: it is a little sharp on the edges. Like, it's not hella sharp. These corners are a bit much. Around the, circumference itself, it's really not that bad. It is a little pointy in a few areas. Right here could definitely use a little more work, a little more rounding or sanding, because it's a little rough when you do chaplains, just barely. Also, the actual Zen pen nipple on the back of the blade is a little bit rough as well. It could absolutely use a little more of a chamfer to be a little bit nicer. But other than that, this thing is a very premium feeling flipper. And for approximately $250, it is a very high performance flipper for the price. The other thing that I really like about this guy is the blade profile. I think the blade profile looks just incredible and is a very nice sort of buoy / straight back profile that I really am a fan of. I like the profile on this guy, and the centering of the middle point is pretty close. It's not exactly perfect. Like, I think the center of the handles comes up here and goes through this portion, so if that could have been a little bit lower, it might look even nicer, but it's still pretty dang sharp looking, and I can also tell you it is a pretty dang sharp blade as well. But yeah, I'm honestly really impressed with this thing. I'm glad I got it. Unfortunately, there was a bit of a fiasco with Knife Center selling these. A couple of my friends tried to get them, and apparently Knife Center actually oversold the stock that they had. And they're trying to make it right by promising people stuff like when the next time they drop, but they oversold the stock. And so there were people that went to buy the Balisong that, got it into their cart and bought it and everything. And then afterwards, they got an email from Knife Center that was like, hey, sorry, but you're not actually getting that knife. We didn't have that many. So that sucks for the people that really wanted a Wraith and then didn't get one. That's no fun at all. But I must say, EPS did a really, really incredible job with this Balisong. I am very much a fan of its performance. It feels really nice in the hand. It's on 154 cm steel, which isn't the best blade steel, but it's also not bad necessarily. So I think this is going to be a fantastic EDC and knife. And I think that you can tell that it was meant to be both a good EDC and a Balisong, because it flips fantastically, obviously, and it's, built with a tried and true construction method of G10 and titanium. But also you can tell that, like, there was enough thought put into the latch that means that it both could function as a very, very good EDC and a good flipper by having a latch that actually stays out of the way while flipping, but does lock the knife together enough that you could very legitimately use this as a fixed blade adjacent cutting instrument. Like, once this knife is locked back, this thing is super duper solid in the fixed blade department and really becomes just a very solid knife altogether. And so, I don't know. I think it's a very good design. I think there's a lot of good stuff happening with this Balisong, and I'm personally very impressed with it. I'm still going to have to flip it a lot more to get my full thoughts together for a review, but I very much plan on making a review of this thing in the coming future. Just because I think it's a very, very cool Balisong and a lot of fun. And I like seeing more new things sort of come into the hobby, new versions of tried and true methods of creating a Balisong. And I just really like the stylistic elements of this thing as well. Like, I think the stylings of it in general are just really smart and really cool looking. I think it is a beautiful Balisong in the first place, which is just really nice, honestly. So, yeah, that is the EPS G10 Wraith. This is the orange edition, of course. And, yeah, those are my thoughts on this wonderful knife. I hope you guys enjoyed that little unboxing, a little quick sort of version of my thoughts on things. It's not a full review, as it normally isn't, but I thought maybe I could get something out there and give you a little bit more of an idea of what I enjoy and why I enjoy it. So, yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. I really appreciate your viewership, and I hope you have a wonderful day. Now, in the next video, I plan on unboxing this bad boy right here from MaxAce, and this should be a really fun one. So we'll get to that in just a minute. But for now, I just want to say thank you for watching. Appreciate it, and I'll see you later. Peace.